Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This video we're just gonna do a simple draw with me just in my sketchbook. I'm using the Art Talents Creation sketchbook. I'll have it linked down below. But yeah, I've just been super busy with like shop stuff and like YouTube stuff and like emailing. I haven't been able to draw as much and I really just want to sit down and draw, and I figured you guys could draw with me. We'll just have a good time in our sketchbooks and have fun. I started the sketchbook in February of this year and I was hoping to be done with it sooner, but I'm only about like halfway through. I've just been like caught up with a bunch of starting like small business stuff and YouTube stuff and getting used to like social media things. So it's been quite the journey, but I'm hoping once things start to quiet down for the rest of the year, I can devote more time to doing what I love and drawing in my sketchbook. So I've been really into drawing me and my boyfriend, like redrawing like movie screenshots, but it's us instead of the main characters. So I have Reanimator redraws. There's just some like Saul doodles. Yeah, I've been feeling a little lost with my art lately. I think because like so much of my focus has been on like shop stuff, so I haven't been able to like make like a full illustration in a while. That's okay. People go through periods of times like that and always just get back on track. But yeah, I just did this one this morning as a quick warm-up. It's a Hannibal screenshot from season 3. Yeah, what more can I say? Oh yeah, and then these two from Reanimator as well. Just haven't. And then this was, I recently discovered Galaxy Girls by Lauren Faust, which she's the creator of My Little Pony. And I really love the designs of Venus. I want to draw like all the girls in my style, so I think that could be like a cool illustration series as well. But today I would like to study some like cowboy western fashion for Saul and Blueberry Bill. I tend to, with my artwork, I feel like I kind of avoid fashion because I myself don't have a very I probably don't have the best fashion sense, so it takes a lot for me to create new clothing ideas and really connect a character to their clothing choices. Today we're just gonna take some references from Pinterest and doodle some and sketch out and study some outfits for Blueberry Bill and Strawberry Saul. It'll be like a good starting point for their character designs, but I'm just gonna have fun and practice rendering clothing and connecting the clothing to their personalities and their occupations. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. And let me know what you guys are drawing in the comments. I'd love to hear what you guys are drawing, saying that you're like working on a project while watching my videos or just relaxing, and it's just cool to hear what you guys are doing. So yeah, let's get into it. So I started out with sketching a concept of an ensemble for Blueberry Bill. Ensemble reminds me that I had a teacher in high school that would say that he was wearing an ensemble rather than an outfit, and that stuck with me ever since. He was my pre-calc, Calc AB, and Calc BC teacher, and he was also from Texas. Anyways, for those of you who are not familiar with my characters, Blueberry Bill and Strawberry Saul are two original characters of mine who are fruit-themed cowboys. They hunt vampires and other monsters in like a fantasy setting. They take jobs across kingdoms and help communities with villainous creatures and beings and spirits. I'm still developing them, so not much of their story is set in stone, but I'm excited to produce more concept art like what I'm doing in these videos and share their stories more with you guys. You guys continuously show them a lot of love and interest, and the stickers I make of them continue to be my most popular, which makes me so happy and really gives me the permission to explore them more and have fun with their designs and stories. Moreover, for Blueberry Bill's ensemble, I was thinking more of like a dressed up cowboy look. Kind of like put together vest, coat, cloak, maybe even a pocket watch. I don't know how to explain what I was inspired by, so I'll put an image of my references up on the screen. But yeah, something more classy and put together, not really a true like rugged cowboy look, but more like a rich boy mercenary look, sort of. His personality is a little more reserved than Saul, and he likes to present more of a put together and refined look, like a higher quality fabric look. A bit of lore drop, but Bill comes from a renowned monster hunter vampire slaying family, so he comes from a bit of money and status, and I wanted his taste in clothing and his access to higher quality artisan to show through his outfit choices. I originally wanted to copy straight from a reference, but I ended up deviating from that and adjusting it more to match what I had in mind for Bill. I probably should have studied more outfits before taking this idea to a more fully rendered form, but I was just having fun. I feel like with this sketchbook, I end up putting too much pressure on making things perfect and not just having fun like I usually do with my sketchbooks, and having a space to explore ideas and make mistakes and do a bunch of attempts. I had a lot of fun just rendering and conceptualizing this specific idea for Bill's fashion. And yeah, the pose turns out a bit stiff, but I think I was just really excited to get started. There's always time to develop them more, and these are just the first few concepts. At least that's what I keep telling myself, but also, I wanted to give you guys a plant update. I asked you guys in one of my last draw with me's a couple weeks ago for names, and at Artifae suggested the name Eve, like Eve from Wall-E, which I really loved. I think it was super fitting for the plant. I think I'll show some videos up on screen right now, but she's going crazy. There's like 7 shoots coming out of her, and there's like another leaf on the way, and she's going crazy. I'm just been watering her. I don't know what she's eating on the side, but yeah, she's doing really well. And my boyfriend is planning on possibly propagate another plant for me, so I may go back to the other comments that you guys left to pick out another name. And yeah, you guys suggested so many good ones, so I definitely want to use some of them. Anyways, as I was writing the script, I just finished a 2-hour drive to my boyfriend's apartment, and I was listening to Willow by Taylor Swift, and with the sea and ship energy in that song, and with just thinking about the beach more in general because it's summer, I was thinking it'd be so much fun to do like pirate versions of Saul and Bill for the summer, both of them as swashbucklers or crewmates on a ship. That'd be so much fun to draw. Or like a mermaid AU where one of them could be a siren, the other one like a fisherman who catches them and protects them from other humans. Imagining them in billowing shirts, jewelry, earrings, boots, cutlasses on their hips. Man, I need to pull out my sketchbook right now. I wouldn't be surprised by the time this video comes out, I've probably posted Pirate Saul and Bill on Instagram or on my stories. But if I haven't, please DM me and say you want Pirate Saul and Bill, because I will do it. I really want to do it. Also, imagine like Saul and Bill pirate stickers. That would be so cute. I really need to write that down and actually do it. Maybe like a drunken sailor sticker where they have singing sea shanties together with some like random skeleton hanging on their shoulders, like a Weekend at Bernie's situation, or like Bullet Train for my fellow Gen Z people. I don't know, I've never seen Weekend at Bernie's. I think Homestuck mentioned it, and I'll hear people mention it every now and then, and I know it's like 2 guys making a dead guy act alive, and that's all I know. But back to the topic, I feel like script writing for these Draw With Me videos helped me reflect on what I've made and some other ideas I had while creating that I never wrote down or forgot about. Just writing in general helps me think of new ideas when I'm feeling lost or out of ideas for my characters. I highly recommend it for anyone going through a creative block of some sort. It also helps me think of like new video ideas. So I batch filmed a bunch of sketchbook Draw With Me's that will be going up in the next couple of weeks. And I think it'd be cool for one of them to talk about art block and how I get through a creative block. Let me know what you guys think and if you're interested in that, and I'll make sure to hop on it and get it done. Back to what I'm actually drawing in this video. For Saul's outfit, or ensemble, I went for something more hippie, more of like a hippie and rugged cowboy look to match his aesthetic. He's a bit more of like a free spirit than Bill. Saul also comes from a different background than Bill. Growing up with a single parent, he never really had that much or as much as Bill, and ended up being enrolled in a knight academy at an early age to help pay for things. So he was very well practiced in martial arts and sword fighting, but still maintained a rebellious streak in his schooling and training, and indulges in the pleasures of life very often, as he didn't get much of a choice and access to abundance when he was younger. So he prefers to be more flamboyant and loose with his clothing, partially for comfort, but also for style. For this one, going with like a crop jacket, low-cut shirt, flowy pants, highly patterned clothing. I also feel like from a color palette standpoint, Bill and Saul would differ greatly. Already with my sticker designs, Bill is more blue and Saul is more pink, red. But I think Bill would wear a darker palette, like mainly black or gray with blue accents. Maybe a little bit of yellow sparsely throughout his design. But for Saul, I think he'd have like a wider palette, like not wider as in like white, but like a wider range of colors. I'm thinking like a muted red, mustardy yellow, sage green, pop of pink. I don't know. I should definitely do color swatches digitally of what I'm thinking. It's hard for me to explain, but I am a painter and artist for a reason, and that's how I mainly like to communicate my ideas. Moving on with what I wrote in my script, how's you guys' summer going? I feel like it really feels like summer now. It's like we're in the thick of it. We're hitting July. It's 100 degrees when you step outside. You're immediately sweating. But I have yet been to the beach, and that's, I feel like, the missing piece in my 2023 summer plans. I live in Central Florida, so beach access is like an hour or two drive. I prefer the Atlantic side because the water usually is cooler, and cooler as in like temperature, not like inherently just like, oh, it's cooler. But my favorite beach is New Smyrna, which is also the shark bite capital of the world. But the beach is so beautiful and holds a lot of family memories. But tell me what you guys are up to in the comments. You got like summer classes going on, learning a new hobby, maybe some art projects you're finally getting to. I have been personally rediscovering fitness and wellness into my daily routine, and it's made a world of difference in how I feel physically and mentally. I mean, we're all told that movement and exercise in your daily life is good for you and can be very beneficial, but I kind of forgot that this year. My last semester in school, like last fall, 2022, I had stopped my exercise routine that I had maintained for a couple of years in mid-October due to literally having no time for recreation in my schedule. I was taking 5 classes, total 2, ended up being 17 credit hours because I had an advising issue. The advising at my school sucked, and I ended up taking an extra 2 credit hours along with developing my BFA thesis for graduation, and my days and weekends consisted of basically working 12 hours, give or take, in the studio. However, I still got some walking and movement in from walking around the visual arts building and between classes and moving around the studio. But the real toll on my health began this year, as my daily life consists mostly at my house. Not my house, it's my mom's house. I'm just living here. But with being self-employed and building my own art career, much of my work has been on the computer and at my desk. And only moving about the house throughout days for meals, the bathroom, and hanging out with family, my physical activity significantly reduced this year. Therefore, my aerobic capacity for fun activities like outside activities like swimming or doing errands left me exhausted the rest of the day, and sometimes even the day after, which really reduced my productivity and made me just want to sleep all the time while my mind was just racing and wanting to get things done. Let me say that rest is really important and healthy for your mind and body and creative side. It's always good to take breaks from drawing or painting, but it felt frustrating to not be able to go out and do things and do more active things without being completely drained afterwards. I remember one recent weekend, I was over at my boyfriend's apartment, and his complex has a pool. We spent an afternoon at the pool, and the following day I was completely wiped out. Even without going out and doing major excursions like that, my energy levels throughout like a daily work day would be like a roller coaster, and I would have major dips of energy that I would supplement with my good friend caffeine. It really exacerbated my like caffeine consumption, and it just didn't feel good because like caffeine just gives you that initial jolt of energy, but then you have like an immediate crash about an hour or 2 after, and just like it felt like I couldn't get throughout the day without like 4, sometimes 5 cups of coffee, which was just not fun. I would also get headaches more regularly, and all of these would just roll me into one big bundle of stress, fatigue, and frustration that made it so much harder for me to work and get things done. And with building a business, it's when everything kind of relies on you, it's extremely difficult and disheartening when you can't work and can't get things done. But then I started doing like 15 to 30 minute simple walking workouts on YouTube in the evening. screen, usually after dinner. Nothing strenuous at all, but just stuff to get me moving and relieve some tension from being stuck at my desk all day. And almost immediately, as I became more consistent with these little walking sessions, I felt so much better, energized, so much more energized, even feeling so much more creative throughout my work days. I recently met with a friend over the weekend, and we were talking over things, and I was telling her the story about me like forgetting how to exercise and how debilitating that has been in the last couple of months. And she even told her own background. She's also an artist, and she likes to go on runs, and she finds that if she's stuck on a painting or an illustration, she goes for a run or just does some exercising, and it helps jolt some ideas and helps her get back to working, which I think is a really interesting phenomenon. And I wonder if other artists experience that. So if that tends to help you guys out, I'd love to hear down below in the comments. I also found myself drinking less coffee, which was great, and my headaches pretty much went away. Exercising doesn't solve all your problems, but it can definitely relieve a lot of unneeded stress and give you a lot more mental energy to tackle other things going on in your life. And I'm not talking about something like a super structured routine or bodybuilding and going super hard and pushing your body to the limit, but I'm talking about like gentle fun and just getting to stretch your legs. I just like to pick out a walking workout on YouTube. I think Grow with Jo is my favorite. She has like super fun and like simple activities to do and really beginner friendly. And yeah, I really like her videos. But yeah, I usually just pop one of those videos on screen and then have a video essay or something a bit more interesting to keep my brain from getting too bored on the other half of the screen. And yeah, it took me too long to remember how good moving my body felt, but better late than never, I guess. Anyway, sorry for the tangent. This is not a fitness channel, but I also wanted to talk about launching my shop this summer. It's been a huge milestone in everything I've been working on and building up various income streams with trying to make art my career. Although it's been a little stressful from time to time, it's made me so happy seeing you guys enjoy my stickers and everything I'm offered so far. Moreover, I've had a lot of interest towards my Bill and Saul related art stickers, which has also made me super happy and honestly kind of relieved with what I want to do. As I started to post my work online on YouTube, Instagram, and designing stickers, I always thought that I had to do fan art or create work that I thought would do well with algorithms and customer demand. I found myself being stuck. I think I mentioned this in previous videos, but with my current sketchbook, I found myself thinking of like what I think would perform well or looking at what performs well for other people and kind of more like a generic art subject, pretty flowers type deal thing. Ultimately, that doesn't become that fulfilling for me, and I do feel like my audience, you guys, kind of see, maybe it's subconscious, but you don't see as much heart put into it, and therefore it doesn't perform as well. I mean, sometimes it can perform well, and even though like fan art and stuff like that does tend to perform well, people seem interested in my own characters and artwork concepts, and sometimes those ideas tend to outperform other posts and content. Like Blueberry Bill is like my best selling sticker right now. Strawberry Saul was my best selling sticker in May, and it's just kind of like, oh, so people actually kind of care about like my personal artwork and what I want to do. And I always felt like I had to do fan art or more conventionally appealing artwork to kind of get a following and get eyes on my artwork. But more and more, as I'm working more as art being my career and making pieces, the work that is most fulfilling to me and most appealing to you guys tends to be like my personal work with like the cowboys or original characters and original concepts, which I don't know, it's just really cool because I didn't think people would be interested. I thought it'd be like, oh, here's my like silly cowboy dudes, here they are. Or here's my other characters, just for fun, it's not that serious, ha ha ha. But people actually like are interested and they're asking questions, and it's still scary because like these are like personal characters to me, and I mean I always want to make them better and I'd love to hear like critiques, but at the same time opening that more personal side up for critique, because like if you're posting something on the internet, you're basically offering up for like critique, whether you like it or not, just how the internet works and stuff. People are always gonna like offer unsolicited advice and critique whether you want it or not. But yeah, it's definitely more scary, but then again, it's like super exciting, like, because it's just like I can just make the artwork that I want to make and people will like it. What is this? I don't know. It just, there's so much possibility, and it's definitely, it's like, how am I like making money off of what I'm doing right now? Even though I started doing like this whole social media art business thing at the beginning of this year, and I've gotten it up to basically like a part-time salary. Let me know if you guys would like to like hear more about how I'm doing that, or my experience and how much I'm making right now, because I don't mind sharing. I think sharing really helps other people learn. I definitely learned so much from other creators like Kelsey Rodriguez. I think it's Mimi Moo Illustrations. Like, they like really encouraged me, inspired me, and seeing how much they were making and how they were making it was really key in helping me with my own career. But yeah, so all of this means that I can actually allow myself the space to develop my own characters and worlds more, which is much more fulfilling than trying to follow certain content trends. I've been doing so much like sketchbook content and sketching content, which is fun. I love drawing. I love sketching. I've been sketchbooking for like over 10 years. It's been great. Love it. But also there's a part of me that wants to create more finished works like consecutively and consistently, and I felt like I couldn't give myself the time and the space to do that, because with social media you have to like continuously post and be active, which is something I understood when I like started to try and make this a career. But it also, with the way I work, it didn't lend itself to creating more full works. But now I feel like I can kind of like stretch my legs and allow myself to delve back into painting. Like with these fashion sketches, it led me to sketching out like a painting thumbnail for a future painting that I really want to do in acrylic, like traditional acrylic, not just digital. I'm super excited for that, and it feels so cool that I get to turn that into content in some way and still allow myself to work on larger pieces as my career, and still maintain my social media platforms, even though I'm like taking longer on pieces. And I think that's like a really key thing to learn, not trying to fit your art into your like social media creation, but fitting your social media like content for your art, if that makes sense. Like thinking of the art first rather than the content. Yeah, I think that's what I'm trying to say. Like, let's say I want to draw like a bunch of cats this week. So I'm just like, what can I do to like, I really want to draw a bunch of cats. So maybe I could record myself drawing those cats. Maybe I could record a tutorial on how to draw cats, even though I probably wouldn't want that from me because I have no idea how to draw cats. But anyways, or maybe I can make a couple stickers of cats. So like, it's all those different things, thinking of how you can like turn that into content to help you support your art creation. It definitely becomes a little, I wouldn't say soul crushing, but just like to constantly think of monetizing your work. It's the nature of capitalism and capitalistic society. I'm not gonna go into that, but it's just, it does become a little exhausting. But that's when you have like a specific sketchbook or a specific like platform, or not platform, medium, where you just don't post it, you don't monetize it, or like it's purely for you and your own sake, and keeping that like a sacred area to work and to thrive in. Give yourself that break to not make work for an audience, if that makes sense. I think it's really important to keep that like sacred and not I mean, you could eventually show it. Like if you like drew something that you really like, you could like show it, but you should just have like a place where there's no pressure to create for an audience or to monetize. And I think that's really key to keeping like a healthy creative self, especially if you're going into this social media art content creation career or like income source and don't want to like burn yourself out. But yeah, I went on like a whole tangent. What was I talking about? But yeah, so I definitely want to go into more of like a personal art direction and really showing what I really love working on and creating. But don't worry, I'm still going to be drawing an occasional like Hanagram or Patrick Bateman or other like fan art stuff, but I really want to steer my content into more surrounding my personal work and narratives, and hope you guys enjoy it as much as you already have, and kind of like using the characters of Bill and Saul to tell stories and express my own personal life experiences and all that sort of stuff, and maybe delving into more fine art and getting back into like painting and full illustrations. But yeah, I feel like it shows so much more of me as an artist in person, and I think ultimately that's why it's more appealing and personable to others. But yeah, it's kind of weird because like I know I love hearing the lore of my friends and mutual artists' work and their characters, and I love hearing about them, but I never really think people would be interested in mine. Like, I feel like, oh, they're just my characters. They're not that interesting. But you guys proved me wrong in that, and in the best way possible. And I'm so very grateful for your guys' interest and support of my original work. And I can't wait to share more art content, whether it be about my cowboys or other characters I have. And I hope it inspires you guys to keep on creating and develop your characters as well. Also, I have had people who send me random DMs or comments saying how much they like my channel and my art and how much it inspires them, and that really means the world to me, and that you guys would go out your way to let me know that and show your support towards what I'm doing. So thank you. You guys are so sweet. And everyone who has I have like a free brush up on my Ko-Fi shop. It's my favorite custom brush, and I released it for free, or pay what you want on my Ko-Fi shop. And there have been people who like send in little tips, and it's just so it's really heartwarming and really great to be surrounded by like such loving and caring like other artists, and knowing that a lot of my audience are other artists is really, I don't know, it feels like a community of people, and I'd love to continue to like grow that community and foster a really positive space for people to develop their skills and share ideas and just have a lot of fun with creating. And like I said before, I have a free Procreate brush up on my shop. I'm developing a Clip Studio version right now, so if you're interested in that, make sure to follow me on Ko-Fi or follow me on Instagram for updates regarding that. I'm hoping to have it out soon, but yeah, it's for free. You can get it, you can download it, you can use it, and then you tag me. It's one of my favorite brushes, and I developed it like a couple of months ago, and I've been using it to sketch and paint for most of my artwork. It's great for like soft coloring texture and like a soft 6B pencil look, and I really recommend it for anyone who just wants to try out a new brush. It's for free, and yeah, it's there. Go get it. Also, big thank you to everyone who bought stickers recently from my new shop. I have a bunch of new stickers out, and I'm really proud of them, and I'm really happy that you guys like them as well, and I'll be packing them this week, and hopefully they'll get out to you guys soon. But yeah, thank you guys so much for the support, and I can't wait to design more stickers. All of these things will be linked down in the description, and I'll probably have a card linked above, so yeah, make sure to go check those out. Make sure to like and subscribe if you're interested in more Draw With Me content. I think I'll have another video going out, and it'll be more about that acrylic painting I've been talking about. But yeah, that pretty much sums up my rambling for this video. I think I've subjected you guys to enough. You're allowed to go. I really love the ideas I explored in these outfits, these outfit concepts, and I can't wait to document more of their character design through future videos. And I hope you guys enjoyed drawing along with me and listen to me ramble about the goings on of my little art life. Tag me on Instagram if you drew something during this video. I would love to see it. Also, you can go to my Instagram to see more of my artwork, and you can also sign up to my email newsletter for future discounts for my shop and updates on new items and new YouTube videos. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Be safe, drink your water, put on sunscreen, and I'll see you guys in next week's video. Bye.